So following up with the drop my pen, women's kick-ass movies. Be right back. Okay.
Love it.
Is Enough with Jennifer Lopez.
What?
Do you don't remember Enough? The movie Enough?
Oh, yes.
Yes, where she was, getting in an abusive relationship with a little girl, and she had to like beat him up at the end in order to
get the fuck away from his ass.
Yeah, to get him away because he kept stalking her and pulling her back in and everything. And that's what happens. They learn how to suck your ass back in because they control you.
That's it.
Yeah, so that was the kick-ass movie, and I think that was the only one that I had left on the list that I wanted to mention. Can you think of any more, or?
What, kick-ass movies? Well, Enough was kind of like a remake to me of the movie Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yes,
with Julia Roberts.
That.
Yeah.
Yes, that was such a good movie. I forgot about that one.
Yes, and really want to go throwback. I know the older crowd will know The Burning Bed.
That one
I don't know. Let me tell you, it was an old 80s movie about this lady that was getting abused, and she just set his ass on fire.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was tired of his shit.
Scandalous. She didn't even need a knife.
The police were not helping her. She was done with her. Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah. Because I think whenever the police were involved in my situation, it's not like they ever leaned on my side. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But anywho, great movies, great mentions. I like them all. And then we were talking about Fran. I said earlier, and Fran's workout, which is great because I've been still doing it.
I did it again? Too.
Okay.
So I did it again, and bitch, I can't walk up the steps.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. I was moving around furniture yesterday too because I moved my dining room table from my basement.
Did you get your sofa?
No, fucking shit's still not here. Speaking of way fucking fair. Ugh. All right, let's talk about that.
No, they didn't.
Let's talk about Fran first, and then we'll go into my couch and then the Wayfair rabbit hole. So, yeah,
bullshit. Fran is fucking awesome, guys. Okay, Instagram at Brooklyn Trainer. Am I getting that right, Tone?
I believe so.
Go on our YouTube channel and look at the video of us working out with Fran. It's hilarious. My son is in the background on the hoverboard. He is cartwheeling. He is showing his ass.
It is
with
Brooklyn.
All that, my legs still are aching.
Good for you. Yes. It is Brooklyn's Trainer, by the way. But what was really nice, my mom did the workout too.
Did she love it?
She said it was good. She did. She said it was easy to follow along with, and it didn't feel that long. Like it went on quick, but it was an effective workout. So I'm all for that. Heck yeah.
I am too. Shit, I'm all for doing it in 30 minutes or less. I got things to do.
And being done. I agree.
So anyways, okay, moving along. I want to know, what the fuck is going on with this whole Epstein thing. So spill the tea, bitch.
Okay, first of all, I'm devastated because I love Wayfair. I have lots of things from Wayfair. My, kids' bunk beds, my TV cabinet, my cabinet in my room, my headboard, and I even ordered a couch, which sadly is still not here. It was supposed to arrive over a week ago. It's not here. I can't get a hold of anyone on Wayfair. I didn't wait past 30 minutes, though, because I didn't have time. So I will try again tomorrow. But now I'm sad because they're mixed up in a child trafficking conspiracy theory.
No way.
Yes.
After I got a fucking kitchen table.
I love Wayfair. I'm hoping that this isn't true.
I love the table. I love the table.
Right.
I'm not giving my table back. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It's hard because I feel like this is a long rabbit hole that once you start digging in and you see all of the people who are involved into it, it just makes you shocked and you're just surprised. So, first of all, Wayfair Get my notes. By definition. Okay. Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. All right. Wayfarer, by definition, the waif is a stray person or animal, especially a homeless child. And then fare means the price charged to transport a person. So basically, there were, and that's just the definition if you break it up, but there were cabinets priced on Wayfair for $10,000 to $15,000, and it was just for one cabinet, and it would be the same cabinet, and if you scroll down, they were each named after children with very unique names. So it's not like Sarah or Michael or Jason or something like that. They were like Euritha or they were just very unique names, put it that way. So once you typed into the names into a Google search or whatever, then they would come up as recently missing children. So you can't explain why a cabinet that is still like the same picture of the cabinet, kind of different price points, odd names, so forth or whatever. And then you go into the Ellen DeGeneres line, and she also has outrageously priced products such as decorative pillows for $10,000, also again named after kids. Hi, baby. Ellen has a lot of heat going on right now with her show in general because they say that she's not very respectful or nice to her guests and she doesn't treat them well. And now this is coming up that she's involved in a child trafficking scheme. So, you know, look into that. I'm just kind of giving you bits and information to kind of keep your eyes out because there's lots and tons of people doing a hi, baby.
That's creepy as shit.
I'm talking to Miss Stacy.
Hey.
There and hey, you stay there. So there's a ton of people that are pumping out a ton of videos about this. So I'm just kind of touching on it, and then you guys can go on YouTube and do your own research. And hi, look at all of us. You say hi. Yes. There's yes. Hi. Hi. Yes. So anyhow,
so
definitely check out the Wayfair. And then I think that the prices were adjusted on the cabinets after something was mentioned. I know. Can you believe that? Yeah. Yeah, that the prices were adjusted on the cabinets and they were fixed. But now everybody's keeping an eye out on it, and I really hope that it's not true. But I know, look at the sky. But with all of these things that are coming out with Epstein and then with Wayfair, the hard part to see is all of the people who are involved in it. They're all entangled and mixed together. So when you start watching some of these videos, you'll start to hear people's names. Can you believe that? Even Chrissy Teigen is involved. There's Daddy.
What?
Even Chrissy Teigen is involved with the Epstein pyramid. Like when you start looking through, you'll start overlapping because you're like, what does one thing have to do with another? But it's all the child trafficking that's going on and all the people that are intermixed. So Epstein following back. Oh, what's Daddy have? What? What? No, I'm going to sit here. Maybe Daddy will give you a popsicle. No. Mom life. Okay.
Yeah.
So Chrissy Teigen was on Epstein's plane, okay? And she flew on his jet I said plane. Don't touch that, baby. They flew on his jet to the Little St. James Island. Can you believe it? So now she's linked with them, and so people are looking into her old tweets. So she has one of her old tweets. Packages! Shut the door. Go ahead. You can open it. Oh my God. He just bribed them to go in the house with a box and said it was
Hell
a
yeah.
package.
You do what you gotta do. He's like, ooh.
Package. Okay.
Yeah.
So back to Chrissy Teigen. On one of her old tweets, she was watching the Toddlers and Tiaras show, and she said, little girls do the splits half undressed. I should put myself in jail. So like she said something about watching the little girls doing splits half undressed, and it's not appropriate for what she's thinking, and she should put herself in jail. So people, are you following that?
Ew.
I see your look. Okay, I'm like, do you get what I'm saying?
I'm
So
like, ew.
I don't follow Chris. I don't have a Twitter account. I don't follow Chrissy. I know that she's very outspoken, and I know people talk about her tweets a lot. I think she says something and a lot of people listen. But because people were digging through her background to find out how she was associated with Epstein, she ended up deleting 60,000 tweets and blocking 1 million people. Okay.
What?
So, and then how is that? And then somebody else who was on his plane was, I guess, Rian Johnson, who was a director of The Last Jedi. I wrote down my notes, and now he just threw me off, and I don't remember how one's connected to another. But you look into it. These are just the breadcrumbs. This is not the details. So, moving on to that. See, and that upsets me, though, because I used to watch shows like Dance Moms. Did you ever watch that?
No.
I used to watch Dance Moms, and did you watch Toddlers and Tiaras? Because of Honey Boo Boo? Okay,
nope.
Good for you. Well, I never watched that. Like, maybe once in a while if the episode came on or something, like if it's on TV. When I had cable, I would watch it. But with Dance Moms, I really enjoyed watching the girls learn their dances and come out on top and do it right. But now that the show's over and I started watching, I guess, the feedback from like the moms and the kids growing up through it and finding out all the trash behind the scenes and knowing what the kids go through. And then I feel guilty for watching it. And then one of the moms was saying, why does the camera lens have to zoom up on my child's butt while she's doing a spin? Like,
right.
Don't you want to see the whole spin? Do you know what I mean? Like, why do you have to zoom up on it? And me, not being a child predator, I don't think of it like that. Like, I didn't think of it like that. But now that it's brought to my attention, I see it fucking everywhere with the kids' shows and the kids' competitions and just stuff like that. So it's hard to know what to watch. But going down the Epstein rabbit hole, oh my goodness, I have 4 pages of notes on this shit. So I won't go through it all because, again, like I got a little thrown off. But there is a documentary out by Amatha Buddha, Moutha, and then Buhda. It's a 2-part special, and it's about pedophilia, I guess 2020. I guess the Pedogate 2020, part 1, and then Pedogate 2020, part 2 is about Tom Hanks. And the main thing that I got off of this, because it mentions Anthony Weiner and Hillary Clinton and Anthony Bourdain and Obama and James Alefantes and Comet Pizza, which is the Pizzagate that was mentioned, which I don't think you know. You probably don't know anything about that. I think I tried to talk to you about that before, like a while ago.
Oh, yeah, I think you did.
Okay,
that
where it
shit's
was
crazy,
like,
dude. I'm like, oh my God.
On Anthony Weiner's emails, they saw that they were always talking about pizza, and I want to order a pizza and a pizza party, and it's like, why are all these grown men always talking about pizza? And it's supposed to be a code name. Well, Macaulay Culkin has also been involved, like, kind of in that, saying that, he was. We're going to have to do a special on this because it is so important. We shouldn't be interrupted. But he's denied the claims of Pizzagate. But he definitely says that there are children being taken advantage of. There are packages, yes, but you have to take it into Daddy if you want to open that package. Take it into Daddy. I can't open it for you. Only Daddy can open it. And Daddy can open it and you can play with it. It's for Mommy's work, but you can open it. Yeah, go open it. Okay. Anywho, we're going to do a special on this and follow up. But Macaulay Culkin's one of my favorite people. I've mentioned that before, and I like his podcast, which is a little odd. And he's had Seth Green on there before because they're very good friends. But Seth Green was mentioned in this too. Like in this documentary. So do you know who Seth Green is? He's really funny.
I do.
Okay, yeah. So he's in it. Like I mentioned, the Comet Pizza. And then they also showed, like, there's hidden clues everywhere on the internet for pedophiles to be able to find each other. Whether it's a symbol, which one of the most popular symbols is kind of like a triangle swirl. And again, now that you know it, you'll kind of start seeing it. And maybe it's like in a corner of a picture or all over the Pope's robe. So
Yeah.
and you know, we've heard about, you know, priests being accused of molesting children, especially little boys. And I think that's what it means. The star pizza, or the star swirl, is like a lover of a little boy lover. So you'll see that that mentioned in that. And again, that's all, like, it's all over his robe. It's on his hat. It's on the trimming or whatever. And again, if you start seeing it. So, let me try to get through this kind of quickly. Just all the people. Okay. Then they start talking about, this is important, the hashtags with kids. So when you're hashtagging your kids' pictures, you should be careful about what you're hashtagging.
Okay.
So, like, if you'll have, this is so hard to explain, you've got to watch this documentary. Like, you can hit one hashtag, like, if, like, you know how you tag a picture and one thing pops up, but then you can have another tag sitting in the corner. So this one might be a normal hashtag, but then when you click on the other hashtag, it takes you down the cycle of, like, all the pedophilia pictures. So it'll take you up to a hashtag that you can start seeing all these pictures of maybe all the kids in their bathing suits, or all the kids doing laying in positions that they shouldn't be laying in and stuff like that.
Weird.
And some of the parents are even tagging their children in these. And then it makes you wonder, you know, are those the kind of parents that are selling these kids? So some parents are so, I guess, thirsty for fame and money, and they'll be willing to put their kids out there. And, you know, it sounds so far-fetched, but let's look at Britney Spears. She has been, you know, pimped out, working, supporting her family. She's on lockdown right now. She's, you know, can't do anything with any of her money because they're conservatorship, but that she can work and, you know, put out albums and do concerts, but then she can't have her kids, and she can't spend her money, and she just has no control of her life, and she's been controlled ever since she was a little kid. And all of these kids, like, you know, in the I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but it's so hard.
It's good.
I know. It's just, there's so much, and I have so much to say that it's so hard to kind of fit it all in. So be careful. Check out the documentary. And to give you, see, they even talk about Bad Baby in this. Do you know who that is? Cash Me Outside.
Shut up.
Because she spelled her name with the BH for Bad Baby, and BH Kids is one of the pedophilia hashtags. And she ended up doing a photo shoot with some pizza place. Do you know what I mean? Like,
shut up.
It's like you think it's so far-fetched, but then it, like, ends up looping back around. So the other bad thing is, once you type in, so in this video, it gives you all of these different hashtags and different things and all of the, you know, the proof on the computer screen to say this is how I found it. But the terrible thing is once you type in one of these hashtags, like BH Kids, and there is another one, and I'm not saying to go look at it because I don't want anybody to get in trouble. Check the video and then do for yourself and do whatever you want. But once you type it in once, the YouTube algorithm, after one BH Kids video, starts suggesting kids videos that are
on it.
pedophilia related. So, like, because you know how you and I say, like, we'll think about something or we'll talk about something and it starts popping up. So if you do a search, like, on Google or YouTube, this will start popping up automatically.
On your Facebook, on your Instagram.
On your well, mainly on the YouTube. Well, they talk about the YouTube.
The polio rubber bands have been popping up all over
everywhere. So the same thing happens to this. But Google and all of these other sites aren't supposed to be having any type of this on the internet to begin with.
Wow.
Like, if it should be yanked, if they can see it, and they can monitor it, you know, they can monitor shit. And I don't think you should be able to monitor the internet completely, because you should be able to say what you want, freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to children and pedophilia, yank it. You know, they can monitor it, and they're choosing not to. So I feel like, okay, again, there's a whole bunch more. Gordon's Pickle Jar, the Cult Panda, and then let me tell you about Tom Hanks. So Tom Hanks, really quickly, takes all of these random pictures of lost items, like a glove or a boot or a shoe or whatever, and they're all over his Instagram. On one of his lost gloves, there were these 3 letters, which said SRC, and then underneath of it, USA, on the ground, kind of spray painted next to this glove. So it's not known whether or not Tom Hanks was aware that those initials actually meant something, but he put it on his Instagram and it's still up there. Well, somebody started searching the SRC USA. It didn't show up in Google. It didn't show up in DuckDuckGo search, but it did show up on the Russian search engine called Yandex. You always come out when I'm trying to say something important. Here he is again. But when you search that up, SRC USA, all those same bad images come up that are connected to the BH kids.
Oh.
So it's two different initials. What are the odds of those initials being together on the ground? They're both connected. And the same picture of this one little girl, I guess, that's on the BH Kids is also on this one thing. And you can find her everywhere when it comes into that. But it's showing kids in their bra and underwear. It's just,
that's some bullshit.
It's just not good. So it's terrible. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you all look into it and kind of think, or, get your own opinion.
But there's definitely some shady shit going on.
Yeah, definitely shady shit going on with that. So I'll leave it at that. You can look into it. I hope it's not true because I don't want, bad things happening to kids. You look at your kids and you're like, how the fuck can anybody do that? And I even watched on Dr. Phil, he interviewed this one girl that was specifically, I want to say bred, but I don't know if that's the right word, but born for her father to sex traffic her, to pimp her out and to make money.
That's so horrible.
And so you hear it over and over and over again, and then you hear all these women speaking up, and then, it's terrible. Okay. That was my rabbit hole. And they're all connected
rabbit hole.
together.
That's fucking awesome, though. It's interesting as shit. It really is.
Yeah. So, I mentioned real quickly with Britney Spears and with her and her growing up and her being held under control and all of the drama that's going on. You and I have talked about her Instagram videos before. I told you, and I was like, they're just weird, and they just seem whack.
Yeah.
Whack. Something just doesn't seem right with it. Well, apparently people are saying now that she's been doing that intentionally to get attention in order to get people to help her because she's so on lockdown with her life and everything and she has no control of it. She's looking for help. Have you heard any of that? And then you know what else they're starting to say right now?
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It does. So she's been on conservatorship from 2007 or around 2007, 2008. And she lost it when she was going through her messy divorce with Kevin Federline and her kids. And I'll tell you what, if people were trying to take my kids and getting away with it, I would be losing my mind too.
Me too.
So then they started pumping her with all kinds of medicines and drugs and all of that stuff. And he's so distracting, but he's so damn cute. So
he is.
So she's been in this big fog for years. Am I boring you?
No.
Am I talking too much? Okay.
Very,
sorry.
Very interesting. Go ahead. Seriously.
So she's just been pumped full of all these drugs, I guess, for years. And some people are saying, how her voice is kind of cracking?
Yeah.
I kind of think it was from all of the drugs. And I'm not saying that they're voluntarily drugs. Maybe they're because she keeps getting in trouble for not taking her medication. And whenever she stops taking her medication, they put her back on lockdown. I feel bad for people with mental
so
illnesses.
She's reaching out for her mental illness on TikTok, hoping people will reach out because they know she's going through something, showing it but not showing it. So do you think Janelle's doing that too? No, but the videos are TikTok too.
Britney Spears has TikTok? Oh, I don't have TikTok. Oh, I don't have TikTok.
Yes.
No, baby, don't move that please. I've not seen that one, but let me tell you one more thing about her voice, and then this all connects back in with each other. So with her voice, some people are saying it's either that and that her original voice sounds like Christina Aguilera, like that powerful, strong voice, but that when they were showing videos of her on Star Search and like when she was 14, right before she was signed, and she's got a really good voice. But they said that when she was signed, they wanted her to have more of that baby voice, which is sickening. And then they stuck her in fucking, pigtails and a short ass skirt again as an adult. Like, I thought she was cool as shit when I was a teenager, but as an adult, thinking about that now, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
And so they're saying that since she had to train her voice to sing like that, that's destroying her voice. Like, so when she talks, how it's all shaky. So it could either be because of all of the drugs that she's been on, or because of the way that she had been forced, supposedly, to sing.
Yeah.
Right? So then that takes you back to the child pedophilia with them trying to take this girl, put her out there in the world, dress her up young, have her sing little, and then fucking control her for the rest of her fucking life.
Yep.
All connected.
Classic. They always do that shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls from our time that they did that too.
Oh, Amanda Bynes. I feel like Selena Gomez is probably in there. Demi Lovato.
Right.
Did you know Selena Gomez was on Barney? And I think Demi Lovato was too. On Barney.
That's so cute. Oh, God,
yeah.
Barney.
But
I hated Barney.
Me too, because Raquel loved her so fucking much. She's the one who told me that they were on Barney. But I don't know, I don't think I don't think she's calling out for help. I think she's trying to find a way to make money.
Stay relevant. She's just trying to stay relevant.
I don't blame her. She's got to do something.
Is gone because of all the fucking privacy things that are coming out about it.
I know.
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
Mm-hmm. And DJ's told me
I don't know
months,
what she gonna do.
Or not for months, but how I was like, I don't have TikTok. I'm not gonna have TikTok, and he's been telling me for a long time that it's not safe and that there's, what is it called? What did you just say?
Privacy issues.
Yeah, privacy issues and all of that. And once again, he's right. There we go. I need to get a TikTok. He does, because he watches all that conspiracy stuff, and everybody looks at him like he's crazy. And I listen, but sometimes it's so hard there's so many people involved. It's hard to connect all of the dots, but then you're like, it goes, oh, this is connected to that person. And then it all goes around.
It all does.
Yeah. And then one more thing, I guess the latest on the Jesleen was that she was caught, and everybody knows that, and everybody's talking about it. But the funniest thing about it is that the bitch tried to run when they came in the house. So not only was she in a mansion, and she had security watching her mansion, she knew they were coming because the security tipped her off, and she tried to fucking run out of the house, and they caught her. So I thought that was the most interesting thing about that. But
she tried it.
All that money. And again, for pimping out all these girls, and they're doing it.
Karma's going to come back, and hey,
it's just
you can't just get away with stuff like that.
Like with the hashtags and with the symbols, it's like they're doing this to all these kids, and it's just right in front of your fucking face, and you don't even know it. And then when you start seeing it, you just feel so fucking stupid and disgusted. So that's it. Rot in jail. Well, she'll probably get murdered, but whatever. Anyhow,
exactly.
That's all for my catch up. I think you've got a little bit of celebrity gossip that you wanted to go through.
Well, I do a little bit. So,
okay.
No.
I lost my other half, but she'll be right back. I bet you the bitch touched her iPad, because every time she touches it, clicks right off. Just waiting. I was talking shit about you. I was like, you touched your iPad. Stop moving it.
God damn it. Okay.
I'm going to buy a stand.
Yes, I need a stand, guys. So,
I'm going to get you one.
Bitch. So, okay,
I didn't think of getting a stand until you did, but your stand's just a little smaller than mine.
My stand only holds my phone. I don't think it holds the iPad. It might.
That's why I have to stick mine sideways and pull it up. But anyhow, what's up with your gossip?
All right. What's up with the Kardashian stuff with like Scott and like Richie, and like, are they back together? Because Did you see the shade that Courtney kind of threw on them?
Well, I thought that they were back I know they were seen together, but I don't know if they are back together, and I did not see the shade. What's the shade? What did she say?
So, wait, let me find the little screenshot that I had because I definitely had one.
Okay, I can't believe that. I mean, I guess I can believe that Sophia's with Scott, but I'm just surprised because he is older. He has problems. He's got a lot of kids with a very high profile person. I don't want to say his baggage, but he does. The worst part is all of his, alcohol problems. But I wonder if she parties with him because she is young.
Well, Courtney was like pictured in one of his shirts.
She pictured one of his shirts?
She was pictured in one of his shirts.
Oh, Courtney was.
Yeah. So, because like they apparently made some headlines because they were flirting on the set.
Oh, of the Kardashians. I guess she's reporting again.
Well, it says something about Richie's possible reunion with Disick comes weeks after Kardashian shared a photo of herself wearing Disick's shirt in Wyoming, and after Disick made headlines for flirting with Kardashian on the platform. So it doesn't really say, but it was on there. And hold on. She had said something about like people making excuses for bad relationships or something like that. Courtney did. Like threw it out there. Like after they had pictured each other together, like kind of rumoring they were back together, Courtney kind of threw some shade on it with maybe saying their relationship isn't good. So anyway,
probably.
Anywho, she threw shade. It would have been cool for them to get back together. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of still root for Courtney and Scott.
I do, but I think I've said it before. Sometimes you just do so much that it's damaging. It's hard to go back. And he's done a lot of shady shit to her.
He has, but they grew up together, so I don't know. I feel like they were young.
True. They were. I don't know.
He's a little bit more mature now, but then now he's dating younger women.
I mean, I hope. How mature is he? Because he's just fucking got back out of rehab.
Wait, what?
He was back into rehab.
He relapsed?
This was like a few months ago, and that's when him and Sophia Richie broke up, and then he went into rehab because Courtney took him to rehab.
Wait,
and
bitch.
They weren't
See,
together.
That's what I'm saying. You need to tell me, bitch.
I'm sorry. Well, I just didn't know if they were together. I'm sorry. So they so what did I lost my thought, my brain. So when he was in rehab, they broke up, and that's when everybody was wondering if Courtney and him were going to get back together. And then he got out of rehab, and they weren't together. And then I started seeing pictures of him and Sophia walking around again. So that's why I don't know if they're together. Okay. And then you were just catching me up saying that, they were throwing shade or whatever. So and I wish that Scott would like man up and then be the man that Courtney deserves. And then I would love for them to get back together. But I still don't think he's in that spot. And I think it's hard for her because I don't think she's ever really moved on to find that right person, So it sucks for her. I think she probably still cares about him, but she's just smart enough to not go back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll
anyway,
see.
So you told me some shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then unlike Coco and her, Chloe and Tristan, they're back together.
Shut the fuck up.
Which I'm not surprised that they're back together.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
I think they are.
Oh, wow,
Look for it on your phone while I start telling you. But I know that she wants to have another baby by him. That way she can have another baby because she wants kids. I knew that. Everybody knew that was going to happen.
But yeah, she was going to but not back together. She was trying to make him sign something saying that he would give her, I think, sperm for another baby.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, but I think that's what she was just saying on the show because then they ended up quarantining together and all this stuff.
Oh.
And he's not out fucking other bitches because he's quarantining with her. So maybe they figured out how to work it out. I have no idea. And I want them to. Like, I never want people to be like, you have a baby with somebody and it just fucking fails. Like I personally, I'm rooting for all of them to make it work. But it just sucks that these guys that they choose just fucking throw it all away. Throw it all away for a piece of fucking ass. And how long was that?
Stupid asses. Why do men always make dumbass choices like that?
I don't fucking understand. So, anyhow.
I think it's like moments of stupidness. Like, because they're not thinking of everything that they have, like, you know,
Well, they're not thinking.
Yeah, not thinking at all. Clearly.
Right.
Anywho.
So I don't know I don't know for sure that they're back together, but I know that they're probably going to be having a baby, and I'm pretty sure they're back together. But that's with them. And I don't think.
All right. So
else.
anyway, look, they had this thing. Do you know that Kid Cudi, like, he did a song with Eminem? So they said that Kid Cudi struck back at a publication who claimed he was initially unhappy about his song with Eminem because he said that Eminem fucking destroyed their song. Duh, that means it was good, like, in a good way.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
He meant like he fucking murdered it. You know what I mean? Like, and they totally wrote it the wrong way. Yeah.
Do you know the song? Did you listen to it? Do you like it?